Right then, more grade B. These are reverse percentages. Again, there's videos I've downloaded from or embedded from YouTube. Look at those. There are some pretty good ones there. Some good teaching. Me, I'm just flying like a maniac. Page 59. Yep. 4.7 reverse percentage. Jumping straight into 1A. A film on a DVD is reduced by 20% in a sale. So essentially, we've got 20% reduced. The sale price is £7.16. Work out the price of the DVD before the sale. Well, if I am reduced by 20%, I retain 80% of my original value. So 80% is a multiplier, is written as so. So 0.8, put 0 there so it looks good. So 80% of something, my original, is now £7.16. Therefore, my original is going to be £7.16. Divide that by 0.8. Is that alright? So 80% of what I used to be is now £7.16. So we've set up a very simple equation, and now we divide and get our marks. 7.16 divided by 0.8 gives us, it was originally £8.95. There you go. I've gone down to £7.16 from £8.95. Part B, I'll make it fit in this corner here, so put a line down there. The cost of insuring for Doug's mountain bike has gone up by 12%. So here I go, 12% gone up. It now costs £39.20. Alright, that's the now cost. What was the price of the insurance last year? If I've gone up by £12 by 12%, I have increased from the previous year's 100%. So here I go, 112% of X, what I used to be, is now £39.20 to insure. All right, simple equation. I've got rid of the word of, so 1.12 of X, what I used to be, is now £39.20 after 12% increase. So to get my original X, I've got £39.20. Divide that by my 1.12, and I will now get my last year's insurance. So £39.20, divide that by 1.12, and I used to be £35 last year. Alright, beautiful, isn't it? The only hard thing about this is getting the multipliers straight in your head and then setting up the original equation there and there. Alright, I'll do part C just here somewhere. And it says the population of an island has risen 8% since last year. So let's just set it up myself. 8% up. The population is now 280,000. Must be a village or something. What was it a year ago? Give your answer to a suitable degree of accuracy. Okay, fine. So if I've gone up, then I'm now 108% of what I was last year. So 108% of what I used to be is now 280,000. So what I used to be last year is 280,000. Divide that by my multiplier, 1.08, and that's going to be easy. 280,000, divide that by 1.08, and that gives me 259. I'm going to put the rest in as zeros as insignificant. Is that okay? It's 259.25. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, that's the three significant figures. We've done significant figures, therefore I'll put it in there. So last year the village or town was 259,000 roughly. This year, after an 8% increase, I'm on 280,000. And that's question 1 fully done, and I better just turn over. Now according to my little scheme here, I want to do question 2 as well. Right, question 2 is lovely. A department store reduces its prices by 30%. So I'm writing this down for your sake. 30% going down. The reduced price of the television is now, so this is the now price, is now £875. And it says, what was the price before the sale? Well, if I've gone down by 30%, I retain 70% of my now price. Is that alright? So 70%, 0.70 x, you don't really need the 0, but I want to look like a percentage. So 0.7 of x is now 875. So what I used to be is 875, divide that by 0.7, and my telly used to cost 875 divided by 0.7 is a massive price, £1,250. That was the price of the telly. No thank you. Right, how much do you save by buying the television in the sale? Well, that's just an absolute difference, isn't it? So 1,000, this isn't grade B at all, it's just how much do you save. Take away what I got in the sale, and I will save 1,250, take away my 875 in the sale, I save £375 has been saved, right? That's the grade B bit, and that is the grade, I don't know, not worth anything really, just subtracting two numbers of the calculator. And my last question is question 6. I've got the space, I believe, so let's just flip a page over if I can. Got it. Right, this is Kev. Now Kev buys a car for £3,150. Okay, the price was reduced by 10%, so 10% down, and Kev says I've saved £315 by paying cash. Explain why Kev is wrong. Well, this is the price of the car now after having been reduced by 10%. So really this 10% is about reducing a number bigger than £3,150, and then whatever that number was, we need to work back using reverse percentage. So basically it's not 10% of the figure now, but 10% of a larger figure, which reduced it down to 3,150. That's essentially what Kev did wrong. I understand why he said that, because look, 10% of 3,150 is in fact £315, but it's not 10% of 3,150, it's 10% of the original price which we're about to calculate. So 6b says work out how much Kev saved. Right, so first we'll work out how much the car was before. So if I've decreased by 10% from an original value, I retain 90% of that original value. So 90% of the original value of Kev's car is now £3,150. Therefore the original price of Kev's car is 3,150 divided by 0.9. Let's find the price of the car. 3,150, divide that by 0.9. That gives us £3,500, and that's the price of the car. And the question asks, how much has Kev saved? Well, now we just get our grade G. Just take away two numbers. That's the grade B part, the compound interest, especially setting that bit up. Take away 3,150. So take away 3,150. Kev saves £350. Now,